Hello there, how are you all doing? I'm here again to our MDJ series, like always, and today I want to talk about some ideas that I have that I had about languages, and one specific idea that I have in mind to try to do. And more than that, I want to comment on some videos that while I was watching and some ideas that I have to my future in the language learning aspect. Well, first of all, as I was saying in the last video, I have the desire to learn 10 languages in my life because I find that 10 is a very round number, it's a very precise number, and more than that, it's a relatively small number. Um, and yet, 10 languages is a lot. Um, I do not want to learn 20, 40 languages because it seems to me very unlikely that I will have the time and the patience to keep maintaining those languages, and I will just lose them. And I do not want to do that. I want to learn a language to have it uh, as my own. I do not want to learn a language just by fun for 2 months and then forget it completely about it. I mean, that's something that I want to discuss today. But in part, I basically don't want to um, go to learn a lot of languages as some polyglots do, and then don't be able to maintain them. 10 language for me is the right place to be. I want to have 4 languages as my produced as my language that I will produce content and write and talk things properly. That those 4 languages will be the language that I will try to express myself and share my ideas with other, mainly those four. And the other six are for comprehension and for more to enjoy the language, to see the world in a different way through that perspective of that specific language. More on the topic that I want to talk later. Um, well, this is a point in which it's important to think why you will learn a language in the first place, right? And it seems to me that you can have many reasons, but mine is normally related with content consumption and um, three things actually: content consumption, um, because you can see the world differently, and it's a good exercise for the brain. Learning language, sorry, learning languages is very useful for um, IQ and more than that to keep your brain sharp because you are using languages to practice some specific type of intelligence and some specific type of skill that you have, a mental skill that you have. Learn language seems the ideal for me. I like very much to learn language, and that's one of my favorite hobbies that I have. So that's the main reasons that I want to learn a language. And I was talking with a friend of mine about an idea that I had. I want to learn 3 languages that use other alphabet different from the Latin alphabet, and 7 languages, including my native one, and that uses the Latin alphabet. And I was thinking, the language that I want to learn that don't use the Latin alphabet are Greek, ancient Greek, Russian, and Japanese. And I was thinking, I will need to be learning how to write those alphabets. I will be needing to learn how to do it properly. Why don't I use another thing that I want to do um, in order to have a differentiation and to be more fun? I think there is a thing that I want to do that is um, to become able to write with my left hand. I write with my right hand, but I want to become able to write with my left hand. I can't do it um, today, and I can't do it currently. But I thought for myself, with myself, why don't I start to learn languages, and then when the time comes, so I need to write. Why don't I start for those three languages using my left hand? That would be very funny, I think. Imagine like you are able to write in seven languages that use the Latin alphabet with your right hand, and in other three languages with your left hand. Imagine me writing Japanese with my left hand, and the Japanese, I believe it's writing from right to left and not left to right, as we normally do in Occidental languages. And then there is also the Russian alphabet and the ancient Greek alphabet. And would be very fun if I could just write those three with my left hand and write the seven others with my right hand. And that would be very interesting in my opinion. It would be very fun. Imagine someone coming and asking, "Oh, do you is are you right-handed or left-handed?" And you saying, well, it depends which language you're talking about. It would be very funny, I think. That's an idea that have passed through my mind, and I just want to share. And I think I will try to do it. I will try to accomplish this idea. Another thing that I want to talk about today is about minor languages that are not included into my 10 language goal. There is some minor languages that I think that I may be learning or I may be seeing, studying some things to, and maybe I will learn at them. One of them being Tokipona, because you see, Tokipona is a very simple language. There is only 120 uh, words there, and you basically can learn all the words in 1 or 2 days, and then start to use the language and learn how to use it properly. It's a very simple language, and maybe I will willing to learn just to see how it goes. But I will not put this language into my 10 language goal, because my 10 language goal are the language that I truly want to learn. Tokipona is not one of those languages, you know. I do not want necessarily to learn constructed language as Tokipona or Esperanto, because I believe I want to um, have those 10 languages that I've said already. And it seems to me quite paradoxical, because maybe I will learn those languages, maybe I will not. But I wouldn't want to change my 10 language goals. Maybe I will separate into um, major languages and minor languages, in my opinion, and the ones that want to become a major speaker of it, and others that I do not want to become a speaker of it at all. And it seems to me that 10 languages is a very big number already, and I will fight for learn it, and try to get it to a high level of proficiency. I want also to make some quick quick commentaries on my pronunciation and my studies of English, I started to study shadowing, not study shadowing, but to practice shadowing again. I'm using some videos in YouTube to practice my shadowing skills, and I think that I'm getting closer to the accent that I want to have, that being the RP accent. And I was quite intrigued by whether should I learn the RP accent or not. Um, the RP accent are not an accent that is spoken um, a lot in UK, and it's just talked by a minority of people that speaks English today, and it's a very niche group of people. Um, Less than 3% of people talk uses the RP accent daily in UK and are able to use this accent. And then some people say on the internet, oh, you should not try to have any specific accent, or you should not try to accomplish your accomplish the RP accent. You should not try to have it the RP accent, because you will not blend in the community. And when you learn this accent, you're basically not being part of the UK group of people. There are some people who said that. Obviously, I'm not from the UK. I'm learning English, and I'm not native from there. And I may be willing to live in the UK later. I may be willing to live maybe in Europe, not in UK or within UK, or even in Canada. I don't know, but probably I will try to study and live abroad. And those commentaries are sorry, are quite uh, intriguing me, because um, they make me think on whether should I learn to the accent, the RP accent or not, whether should I go for it or not. And it seems a bit puzzling me, because it seems a very reasonable accent. I really enjoy the accent. It's probably my favorite accent in English, and the way that they speak clearly and use good vocabulary, use good and clear vocabulary, specific vocabulary that express very well what you're trying to convey. That's quite um, that's something that I admire a lot, and maybe I would want to have it. But people seems to be pushing um, and keep saying that you shouldn't learn the RP accent and those kind of stuff. And I'm thinking on whether I should go for it or don't or not. Maybe I could go to an RP accent, modern received pronunciation, or even standard neutral British accent, as some people call it, that aren't are not RP accent or MRP accent, but it's quite uh, it's quite problematic for me. But I've said to myself, you know what? I like this accent. I can learn it. So why don't I learn it? I will learn it. I've decided that I will try to learn it. And I will go through it and enjoy my time studying it. Um, I think that's it that I want to talk I couldn't express myself very well today. Maybe I'm tired, but some words are not coming. I need to study vocabulary more and more than have a good pronunciation and a good accent. I think I should be looking forward to develop a good speaking overall. And that's it. That's it for today. Probably I will see you guys soon and bye.